Everyone, welcome back. Once again, if you're new, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, the bell. We have a lot of fun here, but we're also extremely serious at times because there are things that are going on in this country that are messed up, to say the least. So let's start with this. There is a group of people in this country that are, depending on who you ask, either indirectly or directly trying to kill us or assisting in Americans' murders. Now, they don't dress up like gangbangers. They're not in the cartel. They, in fact, wear suits to work every day. A lot of them are people that we voted for. That maybe one side of America said, wow, that person's going to be really good for us. And then the other half of America says, well, they suck. Let me be extremely clear when I say that America doesn't care if you're left, if you're right, if you're up, if you're down. Our Constitution should not change. Do your job in the government, but leave our Constitution alone. It should be as simple as that. But the majority of what our government does is it goes back and forth as far as arguing about what is the Constitution. Is it good? Is it bad? Should we listen to it? Should we ignore it? Should we change it? So I'm going to give an example so everybody understands the tragedy of the video that I'm going to show today. Let's say that your dad has some sort of illness where he needs a medication to stay alive, meaning that if he misses a day, maybe a week, he will be dead. But if he takes the medication, he will live probably for another 10 to 15 years. Let's say one day that the government decides, you know what, we're not making that much money on this, we can make it better overseas or something odd, right? Something that's been done before. And they discontinue the medication and your dad dies. Who killed your dad? Sure, the illness was the direct killer, right? But if you found a solution to the illness and then it was taken away, some would say that whoever made the decision to take away or confiscate the medication from your dad is indirectly the killer as well. It is the exact same thing with our Second Amendment in this country. Let's say that somebody walks up to your door and you live in some place where they just all hate guns, like California. I'm not talking about the people, I'm talking about the government. I know there is a lot of gun-loving people in California. And this guy shows up to your house, maybe it's somebody you know, and maybe you're in what California calls a cooling off period, where you wait a certain amount of time to get your gun. Maybe you got delayed on the application. Or maybe it's so hard to get a gun there that you don't even try. There's too many laws to keep track of. You have to mentally decide, well, do I want to possibly go to prison for breaking a gun law, or do I want to protect my family? So this guy pulls up to your house, shoots you, shoots your family. Who's the killer in that situation? Once again, same as the medication example. Sure, the guy who held the gun is the direct killer. But there is also another entity involved in that. And it is the people or the institution that has said, we want to make it as hard as possible for you to get a gun. And we want to create laws around having that gun so strict to the point where it may not even seem worth having for you. So once again, whoever is keeping you from defending yourself against something that criminals have and that will always have, or even not a criminal, maybe somebody who's just pissed off and who has a gun and who wants to do criminal stuff, and you can't defend yourself because someone said, oh no, for whatever reason. They had a part in killing you. So the reason why I'm bringing this up today is because two brothers were in a quarrel, or I don't know, maybe an argument, something petty, stuff that you usually can just talk a little bit of shit about and then leave it at that. He's your brother, not your boss. Say what you have to say, give him a hug, say you love him, and then move on with your day. This one a little bit different. I haven't really seen many details about this, but we're gonna break this down really quick. So it starts off by this guy walking up, ringing the doorbell. Now, I've talked about this before, but me personally, I don't answer my door, even if I know you. If I know you and you come to my house unannounced and you knock on my door, I'm not even going to my door. I'm looking at you through my camera. But once again, the weird part to me is that in 2023, we all have phones. I don't care if you're 90. You have a phone. Most likely you call someone before you're coming over. It's just the way of the world nowadays. People have crap going on. People have work. People want to eat dinner. Let's listen to what these fellers say.
Hey, what's up? What are you doing? Come to the case. We came by to see Mom. She's not here? Where's she at? In Missouri? What's she doing there? Well, she's living with Lorinda's mom, who's taking care of her. Really? Yeah. Well, how long's she been there? About a year.
He walks up to the house, doesn't call ahead. He's got his hand in his pocket, very obviously that he's hiding something. And then he starts asking about his mom. Well, you don't call your mom? If you're that interested, why don't you call her? I'm sure she's got a phone. And then randomly, in the conversation, he goes for the gun, boom. Shoots his brother 5 or 6 times. Then we can see him walking back out. He grabs a shotgun and a bag from his truck and proceeds to light the house on fire. Dude, you've been watching too many movies. They're still going to be able to figure out that the people got shot, even if you light the house on fire and they burn up. Didn't research this one, did you? So then the cops show up, somebody calls the police, and they have a huge shootout over this whole thing. Now, one of the reasons why I started this video the way I did is because where is the homeowner's gun? I mean, even if he didn't have time to react. His wife was in there too. She was injured, but where was her gun? This all happened in California, so I imagine they either didn't have a gun or who knows. It's definitely very tough to obtain one there. You gotta essentially sign off as much as your firstborn son to get one there. Now, if he did have a gun and he ended up shooting the guy, how would it have gone? Would he have been arrested? That's the thing with self-defense laws nowadays. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people just say, screw it. And that's one of the reasons why having a USCCA membership is so important to me. If the roles were reversed in this situation and the homeowner shot this guy and he was arrested, through the USCCA membership, he'd be enrolled in a $2 million liability policy. He'd have a critical response team that he could call right then and there to make sure he doesn't incriminate himself with the cops. After a situation like that, you need help. You need someone on your side. And then the training piece comes in with USCCA, how to handle a situation like this. If the homeowner had a gun, when it's okay to shoot someone based on our law. I know it sounds stupid, but that's the world that we live in. A USCCA membership is irreplaceable, almost more important to me than my car insurance. And so right now, for all the viewers here, they're giving away a few special bonuses when you sign up. All memberships, when you sign up, you automatically get this USCCA range bag. I get a ton of use out of mine. For the platinum membership, you get the range bag and you also get this USCCA tactical backpack. And for the Mother's Day special, from the 10th to the 14th of May, you get this awesome dash cam HD recording. Huge upgrade for any vehicle. Make sure that you're safe on the road. So we're putting a link below the video. For any gun owner, it should not be a question of if you should have a USCCA membership. So I think the moral of the story is I think our government just needs to back off. I think they need to back off of the Constitution. I think they need to chill out. Relax on the power grab. You're not that important. You don't do that much for the American people. You really don't. If you really boil it all down to how much money that we all give you compared to what you actually do, you really don't do that much, especially this administration. We're being invaded. We're on the verge of an economic collapse. You guys promoting gun control is actually bigger than you guys promoting people not doing crime. I mean, that's a pretty big telltale sign that you guys don't want to do any work and you just want to sit at your desk all day.